Hi, I'm Mike, and this is Jen, and we are here to do kettlebells for yogis. And I feel like the camera's in a really weird spot, but I know it's totally in a good place because I can see us everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Today we're going to really focus on unilateral training. That means training on one side of the body primarily at a time. We're also going to be doing anti-rotation training, which is fighting your body's reaction to want to do this twisting motion. We're gonna keep tight and really keep that twist from happening. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to do some single-handed kettlebell swings, and we're going to do some single-handed planking, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be really cool. And how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
great.
That'll
be a good challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be a good challenge, and we're going to get warmed up first. I don't feel like we need to necessarily meditate at the beginning of the class today. It doesn't feel appropriate for this. Okay. So I'm going to skip it. Let's go ahead and get started with donkey kicks. And for the donkey kick, a lot of people will start extended arms, and I really want you down on forearms like this, just like Jen is. And you want to keep your leg bent and your foot flexed, and go ahead and kick, Jen. And you really want to think about bringing your heel up to the back of your head as much as possible. And you want to squeeze this spot right here at the top of your glute, where the curve really, really starts and the bony protrusion is, where your glute max connects into your pelvis. That is the spot you really want to concentrate all your thought and your energy on, and really, really, that mind-muscle connection that we're always trying to build. Like, you really want to focus on that while you're doing this exercise. And then the second most important part is keeping this foot really dorsiflexed.
So 15 on each side?
Yeah, 15 of those on each side. And dorsiflex means trying to pull your toes towards your knee as much as possible, and really keeping that will help you to maintain tension throughout the whole posterior chain, the whole back part of your body, and that's what we're after. And this is just a real good warm-up to get to your glutes firing. Typically, we sit on our glutes a lot. We don't really use them much, and so that really affects our ability to use them on command and to use them efficiently and strong. After that, I want the thoracic opener. Okay. And for this, you want to get in quadruped position again. Tent your hands by the side of your head with your elbow pointed straight out to the side. You want to take a little half breath in and then squeeze it out of your body, really wring it out, and pull in the elbow through the hole that you've got created over here on this other side. And then you want to sit back really, really far onto your feet. Open up, breathe in, pull the elbow to the ceiling, and try to look at the ceiling too. And then forward, breathe out, wring in the breath out again. Sit back, open up. That's 5 of those on each side, please. And the reason that you do this exercise, hi, there's 2 people watching, cool. The reason you do this exercise is because it is a thoracic opener, and your thoracic spine is everything from the bottom of your rib cage, or like just below where your bra strap sits if you're wearing a bra, to right where your cervical spine starts. So this area from here to here is what this is really, really working to open up. And we need to have that opened up because it's important for your shoulder health and for your back health, and for being able to have good posture. It helps you to keep your back in a good position. It also eliminates movement of the lumbar spine when you're sitting back all the way on the heels, and that's the point in doing that. How does this feel?
So good.
I love that. Like, I feel so nice and warmed up and mobile after I do this. That's really important for shoulder health. And we're going to do a lot of, the reason we did that warm-up is because our practice today is going to be all about shoulder health and packing and unpacking and scapular movement and scapular rhythm.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's really I think especially if you have boobs, it's really important to have good control over your scapular health.
Definitely.
Because otherwise you're going to really kind of be in pain, and it's just harder to hold yourself up.
Yeah, I used to have a lot more back pain before I started strengthening my back from the weight.
Yeah. That being said, shoulder packing. I really want everybody to get, I think on your knees is actually a great way to do it. On your knees, just like so, with your hands out to your side like this. And then I want you to turn your palms face up. And then make sure that your elbows are touching your ribs already. And then I really want you, and then go ahead and go like this and make thumbs. And go like this and try to push your thumbs out behind you as much as you can with your elbows tucked in. And feel where where your shoulders are right now. That when and pull them down too. Really pull down toward, trying to get your elbows toward the ground as much as you can. That's really where we want our shoulders when they're packed. So you can drop your arms, and that might feel really weird to stand that way, but that is what a packed shoulder feels like. So the reason that that's important is because you want to make sure that your shoulders are packed when you're doing a two-handed kettlebell swing. So make sure your shoulders are in the same place and go ahead and pull your hands up. That's how your swing should feel. And what's going to happen is the kettlebell, as you swing it, is going to pull away.
Yeah.
And you don't want this extended scapula position. Right? So put both arms out like that, where you're really pushing your scapula hard out, and then pull them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, really pulling and stretching. 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. Whew. How's that feel?
Oh man, so much release.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I heard that pop.
Apparently I really needed that.
Nice.
Whew. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels so good, and it just like makes you feel more confident in your postures like that.
Yeah. I really like it a lot. Okay, so I want to do some more of that same movement, but I want to do it in a plank position on the ground. So Scap Ups is what I'm going to call it, like scapular push-ups, but we're not going to do the push-up part.
Like scallops.
Yeah, scallops are delicious. I love them. So make sure that your fingers are splayed out, and you want to make sure to put the majority of the weight kind of here on this ridge of your thumb, and then the pad of these 2 fingers, and you want to push all of your fingers into the ground. Maybe kind of even think about squeezing a little bit and torquing to the outside, like you're trying to you're screwing your hands into the ground. And then just really get that nice solid grip. And then I didn't have quite enough room over here. Just like so, squeeze, and then I want you to do your Scap Ups. So you're just doing this little tiny range of motion. Make sure it's not your head moving, and it's all coming from that little, yeah, there you go. And I want 10 of those too, and really trying to sink into this and then pushing it out. Nice. Really good. How's that feel?
Oh, great.
All right.
Apparently my shoulders and back really needed that.
Good. Well, we're going to do more of that. So
I feel so much looser already.
yay. Go ahead and give me a set of mountain climbers. And I want 30 seconds.
Are we doing fast or slow?
You can do whatever speed you want. 30 seconds as a warm-up. Actually, you know what? You're fucking super strong. Let's do 45 seconds.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're great. You're so strong. You can do it. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. So 45 seconds of mountain climbers. You want to make sure that your back is really flat against the ground and that you're not sticking your butt really, really high up in the air and bouncing a whole lot. Jen's mountain climbing is beautiful. And she's bringing her knees up really high. She's almost like touching her elbows with her knees. And that is a beautiful mountain climber. You're past halfway, nice and strong, looking good. She's breathing, focusing on the exhale. The inhale's happen. It's cool. 10 seconds left. You're almost there. 5 seconds. And you're done.
Oh.
Nice job.
Whew.
Yeah, a couple nice deep breaths. Just sort of chill. How's that?
Good.
Good? Heart's pumping a little bit?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, next, I want to really get, so we're working a lot on the shoulder girdle, especially with all the scapular stuff, but we're also doing a little bit of the lat, because your lat is the muscle that stabilizes and helps to control the position of your scapula. So I want to make sure that we've got that thing really warmed up. You don't have to go super heavy, but I want you to do rows.
Okay.
And I want you to, you can do this at home when you're watching with a dumbbell if that's what you've got. But ideally, grab a kettlebell.
How many am I doing?
I want 15. You don't have to go super heavy. You can go whatever weight you want.
I'm gonna go light for today.
Yeah, do it. This is mostly. I want you to go at a weight that you feel like will warm you up real well. Like I want it to feel flush with blood, not so much like my muscle is burning and I can't do it, but just more like I really feel the blood in my muscles from this. That's why we're doing 15.
Lighter is probably better.
So a little lighter is good, and really focusing on the quality of the movement,
okay.
And not like really pulling hard like this, but moving at a nice, steady, confident pace, all the way up and then lowering it down with muscle as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like a slow lower. So warrior one pose. Let's go ahead and square your hips up forward. Hinge into your back body, keeping your torso really upright like this, and then forearm on the knee and row just like that. And I want elbow tucked into your body and really pull it high, keeping your torso square with the ground. Those are perfect. That's exactly what we want. Jen's got a really good flat back here. Pull up, stick your chest up a little bit. There you go. That's even better, I think. She's got a neutral spine. She's looking down like a foot or two in front of her foot, it looks like. Beautiful. Perfect. This is really just about getting this muscle in here warmed up. It is going to warm up your bicep quite a bit as well, which is good. Those two muscles work synergistically when they work together when you're rowing. And I really like this position where you're stabilizing using the rest of your body instead of like a bench or something like that, because I feel like you get a lot more core engagement out of this. You got to be tight everywhere, and that's really what we want for strength and for performance activities of daily living. I mean, you want to be able to be tight and relaxed, and tight and relaxed, and that's what a kettlebell swing is so good about. Boom, boom, boom. Nice work. work.
15 on each side.
15 on each side like a boss. Nice work. So, swings are next. And for the swing, you don't have to go super heavy for your swings either. I really want just a weight that feels good and that you can do confidently, and with a focus on for the first set, with a focus on just feeling a warm up and feeling in control of the bell the whole time, being present with the bell. For subsequent sets, we'll focus on building power and really just getting it powerful every time. And go ahead and give me a set of 20 of those.
Two-handed?
Two-handed, yeah. You always want to warm up, I think, with a two-handed swing. Unless you're swinging a bell like every day. 3, 4, 5, nice and strong. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11, nice. 12, 13, 14, 5 more. Excellent. Your swings look so good.
Thanks.
That's an easy one to swing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you feel how, even though it's easy, like it warms you up real good and it gets your cardio going.
Oh yeah, I'm breathing hard still.
Yeah. And if this is what you've got, I mean, that's a real good swing. You can just do like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And you'll get a really good effect out of it anyway. You don't have to go super heavy all the time, and you still get a good, lots of good effects from doing lighter ones. I want another set of those Scap Ups. 10 of them.
From the plank?
Yeah, from the plank. One, 2. So once again, she's just moving her scapula back and forth across the back of her body, kind of letting it wrap around and then extending out. Wrap around and extend out. And that kind of scapular movement, letting it wrap around your rib cage like that, and then being able to pull it back together, is a real important thing to maintain for your shoulder health and for diminished back pain and all kinds of other stuff. All right. How's that feel?
Really good.
Everything's good and warmed up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, we are going to do one-handed swings. So for a one-handed swing, it's much like a regular kettlebell swing. You want to start with the kettlebell fairly far in front of you, like you would with a two-handed. You want to grab the bell with one hand and get that shoulder packed. Get the lat pulled down and the scapula pulled in here as much as you can. And with the other hand, you want to put it so that it's aligned with the first, with the first hand, and get that shoulder packed as well. And get a whole body tightness. You want to take a breath in, get your core tight by pushing out on your obliques on each side. Pull that bell up toward your groin and pop it up and tap the side. Perfect. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and your focus is really on keeping that scap pulled back here and keeping that shoulder tight. And the hip motion, obviously. 12 of those.
Oh, it's 15.
Oh, well, nice job. 15 is great. So you feel the challenge to keep that?
It's super hard.
Yeah. So that's why you want to go a little lighter than you would with a two-handed swing even.
So when you Because I feel like when I swing up, it gets pulled out.
Mm-hmm. So you want to fight that.
I fight it, but then do I reset it when it comes down?
Yeah, that's the best time. That's the best time to reset because there's not as much weight on the bell.
Yeah.
It's going in this direction, so you can keep that popped.
Okay.
So as it's coming up, it's easier for you to fight it if you've already got back in that position.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So on this shoulder, so go ahead and really get it dialed in. Actually, you know what? That thing that I did yesterday, they were using a real good term. They were talking about Scap J. So if you think about it like that, like you're making a J with your scapula.
Huh.
Does that make sense?
Kind of.
I'll explain it to you in a second. So once again, swinging the bell on the other side, getting that pulled into space. Nice. $15. Good work.
Whew. Spit a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I hear a lot of crunching in that shoulder trying to keep it pulled back.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that
I think it's a little dry in there.
Yeah, you're probably popping loose a couple little adhesions and stuff like that. But yeah, the reason that it's really important to keep that shoulder pulled back is because you don't want the bell. The bell, obviously, you feel it. The bell is pulling you out like this. And if you do this repetitively over time, you'll really bugger up your shoulder. It'll hurt like hell. And you can maybe rip something. We don't want that. So keeping that locked back as much as you can. And with your two-handed swing too, that's the position you want to be in. Like you really want this locked back instead of out like this.
There's just more control, so it's a little easier to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you're also really controlling the arc. It's not going as far out away from your body, so you're keeping it in a healthier posture overall. We're going to follow that up with planks, but we're going to go one-handed planks.
Okay.
Right. So with the plank, just like we talked about before, I want you to spread your fingers and I want you to screw your hands into the floor, and you'll see the Scap J thing, right? Scap J like that. You're making a J with your scapula.
I see.
Yeah. Now I want you to really, really think about shifting all of your weight into your right hand, and I want you to pull your left hand up next to your body like this. Yeah, and hold that. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000. Don't let that left hip creep up. 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000. Stop. I was
gonna fall out of that.
That was only a 15-second
or not. I was coming down already.
Oh. So yeah, the point is to hold and really, really keep your body from rotating.
It's super hard.
Yeah, it is super hard. If 15 seconds is too much on the other side for the next round, we'll do 12 instead.
Well, let's keep it even, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was my limit. I made it. That was it.
All right, you ready for part 2?
Yeah.
Really get that shoulder in place. Get this locked in. There you go. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000. Almost there. 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000. Relax.
I think you were counting a little faster that time.
Was I?
Yeah.
That's why you use a timer. It's a mess. It's a mess. But yeah, those are really, really hard. But it definitely helps you to find the things in your core that are that need adjustment.
Yeah.
You know, where you need to pay a little more attention and keep that locked in a little tighter. And that's the point. And that will make you stronger overall for everything else that you're doing, because you'll just be in the habit of locking that down. Mm-hmm. So that's why this is so much fun. We're going to do rows again. So the standing row, you want to get into Warrior One stance with your feet. So the front foot is facing forward. The knee is tracking the same position with the foot. Your rear foot is in line at the heel, and the right foot is pointed out about 40 degrees, 45 degrees. I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. The knife edge of the back foot is pushed into the floor, and you're going to square up your chest and your hips with the front, and you're going to pivot, hinge, put weight into the back body. You'll feel a stretch right here. Arm is on the thigh, just like so. She's making a fist with this other hand because she's a badass. And I want 15 of those on each side. There's 1, 2, 3, actually 12 of those because that's heavier than your first set. Nice job.
Oh, yeah.
That's 5, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
6, halfway. So once again, the focus is really just on getting a good quality pull, and it's really all coming from here and a little bit from the bicep as well. She's keeping her body square with the floor as much as she can, pushing real hard into this elbow that's on the thigh. That's for stability. And the harder you push into that elbow, you'll feel a difference in how it helps you tighten your core. Making the fist on that hand. Good job. 12 of these on each side since it's a little heavier. Adjust your weight for whatever you've got at home. If you've got a 5-pound, kettlebell, do 20 of them, do 25 of them, 30 of them. Do them until you feel like your arm is full of air or hot. It might hurt a little bit, but as long as it doesn't feel like an injury and it just feels like use, that'll usually heal. And you'll be stronger afterward.
Yeah. So exercising is giving yourself tiny injuries to heal.
It's super true. All right. Swings.
Oh, swings.
Yep. One-handed swings again. So once again, the focus is really on keeping this locked in place as much as possible and having this integrated. Pop with the rest of your body. Pop. And then with the other hand, you just come up and tap because that helps you keep squared up. Otherwise, it's really easy to be like this if you're not using the other hand. And 15 of these. 12 of these. 3, 4. And the focus is just on really nailing them, locking them in. 7.
9.
Oh, thank you. 10, 11, and 12. Nice job.
Man, I can't believe I'm making the back of my shoulder crunch. I must have some little things breaking up back there.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Good for mobility.
I mean, it feels good. It's just, I hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as those pops and crunches feel good and they don't hurt, or they don't hurt a lot. Sometimes they might be a little, yeah, it's a good hurt. They're a little sore, uncomfortable maybe for a second, and then they feel good afterward. As long as that's the case, you're usually pretty golden with stuff like that. Nice job keeping that pulled back. Really working hard on the lat when you do that. Good work. So strong.
Thanks.
So what's nice about that too is when you're doing this that the work is really coming from the hips to get the bell to move. I want to demo real quick.
Yeah.
A good way to know that you're really, really using your hips with your swing is being able to change in when it's in the air. If you got it so that the swing is hovering a little bit at that top, you know that your swing is golden,
Because you're not using your arms at all?
Yeah, you're not really using your arms as much, so there's not as much pull
right.
On the shoulder. So if I could just go like this, right? It's pretty easy to keep that locked in place because it means that most of the momentum of the bell is coming up in this arc where I want it.
Right.
It is challenging though.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to switch it midair because your shoulders are pulled back enough and locked in place and you're not using your arm strength.
It's more coming from your hips.
Yeah.
And you've already got that arc established.
Right.
So it's not going to pull you out like this in a line as much.
Right. Can I try it?
Yeah, do it. You get out of the way.
I know. I'm scared.
2, 3, 4, nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, beautiful. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh.
Solid.
Yeah, I like that actually. That definitely helped me focus more on keeping my shoulders back.
Yeah, nice job. They're good.
Yeah.
And you still get all of the power from the in the hip work.
Yeah.
From the swing. So if you're doing it for endurance, you can just switch back and forth. I mean, there's all kinds of fun things that you can do.
Right.
Nice work. So strong. I want another set of one-handed planks. I'm gonna set a timer.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So it's not just at your whim of how fast you want to count.
I want 15 seconds per side.
Okay.
So I am going to start counting once you are in regular plank position and go. So the tricky part of this is obviously keeping your hips and your torso square because as you can see, the hips tend to creep up to the other side. And done. Nice work. So strong.
You were definitely counting super slow that first time. That was not as hard. You jerk. You're like, 1, 2.
I was saying 1,000 in my head. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Other side. And hands in position, really screwing them into the floor, and go. So once again, you're really just working on that one side, that push, driving the floor away from your body as much as you can, keeping the hips really, really square, keeping your core tight, and stop.
Oh, yeah. Whew.
Yeah, so that'll make your one-handed swing better too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Your one-handed swing will make your one-handed plank better.
Ooh.
How's that feel?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, definitely was feeling that in my core a lot.
All right. So I want another set of mountain climbers. We're going to do 45 seconds.
Okay.
I'm going to use the timer.
Thanks.
For your mountain climber, once again, it's just like the plank. Like you really want to spread out your fingers. You want to push into the pads of your fingers and kind of like squeeze the floor a little bit. Scap J means think about the shape of a J, right? And do that with your scapula. So that down and little curve at the end and tucking it in. That is a real good stable position to hold your shoulders in while you are planked. And you want to keep tight throughout your chain. So ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. And then once again, she's got her back real nice and flat here. She's not butt up in the air real high. She's bringing her knees all the way forward, really, really far forward to like the bottom of her rib cage, basically. Doing good. Nice and strong. Beautiful work. You're past halfway. Gaze is right between her hands, right where it should be. Perfect. Neutral spine through the whole way. 10 seconds left. Almost there. Nice and strong, Jen. You got this. So good. 3 seconds left. Done.
Oh. Whew.
Yeah. We're going to keep working on those single-handed swings, and then I'll show you how to do snatches.
Okay.
Yeah. Snatches are fun. They're scary.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I'll show you. We won't just do it like live stream it.
Oh.
I'll show you. I'll show you in private.
Okay. I was like, all right, sure.
Once you feel solid doing them, we'll do a live stream. Okay, rows again. One more set. Go with one you can do for 12.
Oh. Give me that heavy one for 12. Medium.
All right. Ooh. Clobbering myself on things. So once again, you want to get into warrior one stance. Tilt your hips to the forward so that everything is squared up to the front foot. Shift your weight back into your back body on this side. Really feel that stretch in your hamstring. Plant the elbow right over top of the kneecap, driving it down into there. Make a fist on that side. Get real tight. And row just like so. 12 of those. There's 7, nice and strong. 8, looking good. 9, she's really focusing on this spot right in here. Probably a fair amount of bicep in that for you too, huh?
Yeah.
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 Gun show, I like it. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, nice and strong, looking good. 8, tight here too, on both sides. You're trying to mimic it, both sides. Nice job. Boom, boom, boom. Back to swings. This time I will let you decide on whether you want to do one-handed or two-handed. If you want to do one-handed, just really focus on keeping that locked in place. If you're doing two-handed, really focus on power.
I'm doing one-handed. I'm
Explosive
enjoying that. I had a hard time figuring these out for a while, so I feel like I get it a little more now, so it's kind of fun to play with it.
Good.
Sometimes it takes your body a little while to get something.
It takes your body a long time to really lock these into place,
Yeah.
I think. And once you do, it's like it changes your world. I mean, it's like, holy crap, I use my body in such a different way now.
Yeah.
Nice. There's 2, 3. I wish I had another camera set up so I could get multi-angles. That's a goal. Goal for the future. Once I hit it like a 10,000 subscribers or something, I'll get really nice camera gear with multiple angles.
Okay.
Nice and strong. Good job. 4, 5. Posture is really strong. Squeezing the glutes, popping it up with the hips, exploding the hips forward. Hand is just along for the ride. Woo, good work.
Whew.
How'd that feel?
Great.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I want one-handed planks again.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You can take a couple more seconds of breath if you need to. Hey, Christy. Thanks. Great to see y'all rocking the flow. Nice stuff. All right, 15 seconds. How's that breather? Was that enough?
Yeah.
And go. So she's thinking mean thoughts. She's pushing the floor away from her body. She's keeping her hips tight, core strong, and she's done. I really like the thinking about shoving the floor away instead of holding yourself up.
Yeah.
I feel like that mental...
It engages better.
Yeah, that mental shift is enough to help you to stabilize a little bit better.
Definitely.
Subtle stuff like that makes a big difference. It's just like pushing away the floor when you're deadlifting instead of
I was just thinking about
that.
That really changed my deadlifts when I started thinking of it that way, as opposed to like lifting it up, but like pushing down.
Mm-hmm.
That helps me a lot.
Yeah. I just think of the bar like as already an immobile object. Like it's not going to move. It's the floor that's going to move.
Right. Okay.
Ready? And go. Pushing the floor away, keeping the hips really square, putting weight into your toes. You are so close and done. Nice work. Yeah.
Oh, real warmed up my shoulders.
Yeah. Good stuff. We are one set of mountain climbers for 45 seconds away from cooling down and stretching.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, gangster. I appreciate your enthusiasm. So once again, plank position. You want to drive your hands into the ground like you're pushing the ground away and go. You want to keep your body tight and immobile as much as possible. You want to keep things from bouncing up and down and really just control the movement. And powerful and fast like she's doing is great. You can also go slow while you do these, and that's totally okay. It's really just about having mastery of the motion that you're using to keep yourself from, you're past halfway, by the way, to keep yourself from thrashing around and injuring yourself. Almost there, 10 seconds. Come on, tough stuff. Nice and strong. Finishing hard. Like a boss. I love it. Almost there. You're done.
Woo!
Yeah. So good.
Hands are getting sweaty. Look at that.
How's your grip feel?
My wrists feel a little bit sore, I think, just from all the planks.
Yeah.
And my grip feels okay.
Go ahead and give me a little bit of the flashlights. Let's say 30, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just do 30 of those. And actually hold your arms out. Yeah. I don't know what number you're on.
That was 30.
Nice. Stop. Shake them out. Go ahead and give yourself a little bit of a stretch. So palm up, spread your fingers, pull your fingers back towards your elbow as much as you can. You can tell I do these a lot. Look at that.
That's not healthy, babe.
I'm flexible. No, I'm hypermobile, actually.
I know, you shouldn't push the edge of your hypermobility. Like, my elbow can go like this, but I don't let it.
I don't let it when I have weight on it.
Yeah.
When I'm stretching, it's a different story. I'm trying to let everything relax. All right. And then go ahead and give yourself, so for this you want to get into a split squat, 90 and 90 degrees with both legs. You want to take your elbow or your arm, your forearm, and you can put it in up to your elbow or at your wrist or anywhere in between, or you can work your way up. And basically you just want to shift all of your weight forward and use the top and bottom legs to put a lot of pressure. I like to say crush. Crush it. And that might cause your hand to pop open, or it might cause your hand to close. And I want you to open and close your hand intentionally, making a fist and then releasing it. And then you're going to just kind of play around with going in circles. Same thing on both sides. Taking your time with it. This is something you want to try to relax into as much as you can and try to appreciate. Hopefully it feels good and not horrible.
Ooh, feels good.
Yeah, you like that? Good, good. Go ahead and palm flat, arm out straight, and pull it across your body. You want to make sure you keep your shoulder down and away from your ear as much as possible. And really, yeah, there you go. You really want to pull your shoulder down and out of your ear. Most of us will kind of do this, and the closer your shoulder is to your ear, the more you're not getting anything out of the stretch that way. You really want to pull it down and away, and then pull your arm across your body. And that will give you the stretch where you want it. Same thing on both sides. I like to really start with that palm face down. There you go, yeah. I feel like it's just easier to keep it out of my shoulder that way to begin with. Yeah. Or out of my ear, I mean. You take your time when you're stretching. You want to take, like 5 or 10 minutes to stretch at least. We usually rush through it. It's not effective if you're in a hurry. Your body has to know that it's got time to chill. Go ahead and get a little bit of this love here. Don't be afraid to go through 5 cycles of deep breaths. And as you exhale, try to pull that elbow back a little bit more. Try to creep down with your fingers and crawl down your back a little bit more. And if you can't get past a certain point, that's okay. Don't put any weight on your head or your neck. That should be able to move out of the way with no problem. I like how you're breathing. Nice work.
Thanks.
How's that feel?
Really good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that arm bar that we did last class with the kettlebell? It was real light. It starts like a Turkish Get Up, and then you roll over onto your face.
You should I use the light one?
Yeah. Use the light one. So this exercise, if you have a kettlebell, is a really nice way to stretch out your shoulder and your pec. If you've never done it before, you should try it with no weight.
Your battery's running low, babe.
No, the batteries, not the batteries. Thanks for the heads up, yo. Bum, bum, bum.
I mean, roll over.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
All right. There, I got it plugged in. Just in the nick of time. All right. So you want to start out like a Turkish Get Up, and then the one arm goes overhead. The leg is bent here. You carry this leg across your center line. There you go, just like that. You wiggle the left arm out of the way as much as you can. Continue to just crawl that backward a little bit at a time, and try to get your head and your face onto the mat. And then the point of this is to let the bell just kind of pull you gently over the course of a lot of breaths, like a good 30 or 45 seconds here. And you know, if it feels like too much, you can come out of it a little bit if you want to. Come out of the stretch. It's a weighted stretch. If you need me to snag that bell out of your hand, I'm happy to do that. Say the word.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's so good. And just explore a little bit.
Oh, I can only tolerate so much of that.
All right. You don't have to tolerate too much of it. It's okay. And yeah, you should always do this to your tolerance. You know, don't try to do it for time. It's not an exercise. It's not something you have to do fast either. You know, this is a tool to use the kettlebell as a maintenance tool for your own body. So you have to listen to the feedback from your body as you do this. And it might not be for you yet, and that's okay. Or maybe you can only do it with your body weight. Or, you know, maybe it's a 2-pound dumbbell. It's just about listening and letting your body relax into it. It's about safety. It's a compromised position for your shoulder. Can you fix the break in this wrist a little? There you go. Thank you. I like that a lot better.
Oh, gosh.
Nice work. Perfect. How's that feel?
Oh.
Was that a good follow-up to the day?
Yeah.
All right. That was all that I had planned. We are at a reasonable time, 12:54. We've been going for 53 minutes and 42 seconds. You are a badass, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for helping me today. And thank you for watching. Please like my videos if you really like them. Give me a comment. Tell me what you like. Comment and tell me what you'd like to see in future videos. That's super helpful and awesome. Share with your friends. Subscribe on YouTube. And support me by dropping me some cash at Venmo at Ritual Fitcraft if you're so inclined. And I will see you next for Sunday's Gentle Movement Stretch and Breathe at noon. And then I will be gone for the next week. I will be incommunicado, no classes, streaming online from me. But I'll bring you back something really cool. Thanks very much. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and that felt great. Shoot me comments, send me emails, text messages, Facebook, all that stuff. Have a great day.